So in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to rewrite this quadratic in vertex form. So vertex form is useful when you want to find the coordinate of the maximum or minimum of your parabola. The first step in doing this is making sure that it's written in descending order. So you go from your highest x power to your lowest. And so I'm just going to do that now. And now that you've done this, from the first two terms, you're going to factor out the entire coefficient in front of the x squared. So I'm going to factor out the 4 from this term and this term. And that is going to leave us with this. Now what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite this first section here. And now you're going to take half of this coefficient here and square it. You don't have to worry about the negative sign. So what you're really doing when you're taking half of something is you're either dividing it by 2 or multiplying it by a half. So what we get here is 3/8, and we're squaring it. So when you square something, when you square a fraction, what you're doing is squaring the top and squaring the bottom. So squaring the numerator and the denominator. And that is going to give you your third term here, which is now 9/64. And it's always going to be positive because when you square a negative number or a positive number, it's always going to be positive. And this creates a perfect square trinomial. But since we added in this 9/64, which we didn't have here before, we have to make sure we subtract it so that although we're changing the appearance of our quadratic here, we're not changing its value. Now that we've done this, and this is a perfect square trinomial, we can factor it using this rule. A minus b squared equals a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So this is what we want. And we're using this formula instead of this one. Because in this case, this term here is negative, so there's a negative sign here. So if we're doing this, that means that this x squared right here is equivalent to this a squared right here. So to rewrite it this way, all we have to do is square root the x squared, which leaves us with x. And we have to square root the b squared. So that is this term right here. And when we square root a fraction, all you're doing is square rooting the numerator and square rooting the denominator. And we have to make sure we use this minus sign in between because it follows that pattern. Now you have to put the squared here. And we have to include our plus 5. So the only problem here is that we didn't do anything about this negative 9/64. So for this line here, to equal this line here, we need to make sure we do something about that negative 9/64. So we need to take it outside of the bracket. And the reason we need to do that is because we already converted this into its factored form. So that means we need to take this out of the bracket somehow. So to take it out of the bracket, we can't just subtract negative 9/64 here. And we can't do that because this is not just negative 9/64. It's actually 4 times negative 9/64 because it's inside this bracket, which means it's being multiplied by this 4 outside here. So to get this negative 9/64 outside the bracket, we need to multiply it by 4 first. So 4 times negative 9/64. Now, instead of just multiplying the numerators together and then dividing by 64 at the end, what we're going to do is start simplifying right away. And that makes things easier and the numbers more manageable. So 4 is the same thing as 4 over 1. And 64 is actually 16 times 4. So what we can do is cross out these 4's because we would be multiplying by 4 and dividing by 4. So what we're left with is negative 9 over 16. So since this is negative 9 over 16 and we've multiplied it by that 4, we can now take it outside the bracket. Now that it's outside of the bracket, there's only one step remaining, and that is to gather like terms. So these are both constants, so we can add them together. So when you're adding fractions, what you need to do is get a common denominator. So to do that, we're multiplying 5 by 16 over 16. And we can do that because 16 over 16 is the same thing as 1. So multiplying by a 1-to-1 ratio, like 16 over 16, changes the appearance, but it doesn't change this value here because they divide right out. Just like how up here, we added a number but subtracted that same number, both inside the bracket, so that it changes the appearance, so that we can do this, but it doesn't change the value overall. So now that we've done this, we have to do 5 times 16. You can try and do it mentally, and we know that 16 is the same thing as 10 plus 6. So 5 times 10 is 50, and 5 times 6 is 30, and 50 plus 30 is 80. So we're left with 80 over 16 minus 9 over 16. And we know that is 71 over 16. So we get plus 71 over 16. And your vertex is always negative h comma k. So vertex form is written like this. So that means this right here is our h. So our negative h would be the opposite of that, so 3 over 8. And our k would be this right here, so 71 over 16. And that would be our vertex. And this would be a minimum because our a is positive, which means our parabola opens up. So our vertex here would be this point.